So today we're going to be totally straightforward, and I want to help you to solve this question: how to make art full-time and still pay your bills.
Hi, I'm Sira. I was born in an artistic family, and as an agent, manager, and producer, I've worked for many years selling artists from all around the world. Today, I want to help you to become a full-time artist.
Hello, I am Sira, and I'm here to help you to become a full-time artist. So today I will give to you like a step-by-step on how it looks like to start your artistic business right now, especially from the financial point of view. What happens is that most of people start to just sell their artwork without any planning, without any control of that. And when it happens, it's really easy for you to just lose the track of how much money did I put on my business, how much money I'm receiving back, what I do with this money. So if you start to take a look of this step by step, maybe you can be more successful. To start, the first step that you're gonna have is the transitioning period. Maybe you have your regular job right now and you were imagining to start to sell your artwork. I really don't agree with people that just quit their job and go dive in how to do it and try their chances, because we know we have lots of other bills in life, so this is a very risky decision. That's why I strongly indicate that you have this transitioning period. The transitioning period is the time that you are going to dedicate yourself to create your artistic business and to start to sell your pieces at the same time that you also keep your regular job right now. I know it's a lot of effort, but if you just quit your job and go straight for your business, maybe you don't know a lot about this business yet. You didn't build everything that you need. You didn't have all the knowledge, which is normal because you were just starting. And in this transitioning period, the first thing that you're gonna happen is that you're going to dedicate lots of time to your business. You will start to learn how to build a business, positioning your product, understand who is your perfect buyer, how you can do that in a systematic way. And when you are learning, you will start to have lots of mistakes. And if you have your regular job ongoing, you know that if your business doesn't work, there's no problem. You still have your income from your salary, from your paid job right now. In this transitioning phase, you need to dedicate yourself to learn. You need to learn about the product that you have, the industry that you are trying to get into, your competitors, buyers, about the whole environment around your company. The second stage is that you will start to have a business in hands. Maybe in the beginning, in the transitioning phase, you're still learning more than applying. You know that you have something that is valuable, you know that you can sell it, but maybe all these business names and these business strategies are kind of blurry for you. But in the second phase, you really need to dedicate yourself to create systems and processes, because everything needs to be connected. When you create a piece, more than just show for people on social media, you need to have a plan on how this piece will be finalized and go all the way to be sold. And the more you know about business, more you know about marketing, more you know about customer relationship, delivery process, and all these things connected to the business part of your art, the better you will be doing these things and the more result you will have. So it comes to me to the third part, that you need to have a better understanding of your financial freedom. Maybe you ever had the job to now that you receive your salary every month, for example. You know how much you're going to receive, you know how much you need to live, and you know when you're going to receive this money and when you need to expend them. Most of the people know these things. You know when your rent is due, your mortgage is due, you know when you need to pay the school for your kids, so on. So you do have a balance in your mind on how much you receive, how much you need to expend, when you receive, when do you need to expand. The problem that when you start your own business, you don't receive the same money all the time. If you don't have time enough doing this activity, you have nothing to compare. Let me put like this. If you are working in a job and you're receiving, I don't know, $3,000 a month, you know that every month you have $3,000. When we start to build your own business, maybe the first month you have $100, and then maybe the second month you have 3,000, and maybe on the third you don't have anything and actually you need to pay 5, and maybe after that you make 10,000, and then maybe you start to make just 200, and so on. And this is totally normal in the beginning. It's really hard to predict how much you will receive the next month if you are still building your business, if you are still structuring the whole thing. You will just know these things over time. So if you keep your job that you're having right now while you're making this transitioning, it will be way easier for you. But also you need to have better controls. One of them is a budget. You need to establish a budget for your month. Like, how much money can I spend on my business this month? And how much money I imagine that I will receive this month. After this month is gone, you make the comparison. Did I receive more or less? Did I spend more or less? And you repeat the same thing for the next month, and the next month, and the next month. When you finalize your year, you have data enough to know what's your average cost for a year and what's your average income for this year. And we start to see which months are better and which months are worse for your business. If you do the same on the second year and on the third year, you will start to see that these numbers, the average numbers, start to be more consistent. And the more time you are investing on controlling these numbers and doing the things that you need to do for your business, the more you'll see that those numbers will be more balanced. And you will start to see that instead of thinking of how much money do I need on January or July, you think overall in the year, and you know how much you need to keep on your savings or how much you can spend investing in your business. The more time you invest on controlling these numbers, the easiest will be for you to predict your future in your business. And maybe you can start to see that, well, December we have holidays, we have Christmas, everyone is buying everything, so it's an amazing month for you to sell. And maybe January is not the same, so you can save the money from December and invest this money on January, and so on, so you can balance your whole year. Still in the financial part, you also need to control the costs of your art. I know sometimes you start to do your painting and you are not really considering how much of painting you're using, how long these brushes will last, how much did I pay for this canvas that I bought like 5 years ago. I know that this type of things start to happen, but when you are being professional, actually you should keep control of all these things. You need to keep a control of how much are you investing on buying this material and how long you can use these materials, so you can put those costs inside your price. You need to know, if you are doing a painting, how much money did you put on this painting, so you can add this cost to the base of your price. And when you start to charge your prices for your customers, you know that the money that you're receiving are covering your main costs. So all these things material, electricity, water for your studio, Facebook ads, participating on this convention, going to a special type of exhibit, any type of cost that you can have that is connected with your career, you need to keep track of this in the same way that you are keeping track of the income that you're receiving. You also need to understand how you attribute time. You just have 24 hours in a day and 7 days in a week. How much time do you want to put on your business? Because if you decided that you are putting your whole day on your business, you are not spending time with your family, you're not spending time with your friends, you're not exercising, you are not having a little bit of me time after all. And also, this is not good for your creativity or for your results in art. So when you start to define what is the money that you're putting there, also think how much is the time that you're putting there, because those are the two main resources that you're going to put in your business: time and money. And if you don't know exactly how much time and how much money you are investing on it, it's really hard for you to considering how much you're receiving back. And also, if you are defining your money and your time for that, you need to understand what your priorities are. Because if you're dedicating time, what is more important, to stay with your family or invest in this business? If you're putting on money, what's your priority? Is to pay for your groceries or pay for more brushes? So when you define what's your priorities in life, and you see if your business is attending these priorities and giving them the right importance, you will see that this is really working for you. Define your priorities in terms of money and time, and then compare this with the results that your business are bringing to you. And by the end, just to finalize this financial part, you need to understand what is your deadline, because I know it's a dream, it's amazing to imagine that you can be a full-time artist, that you can make a living from your creations, but we have limited time and limited money. If we are not honest to ourselves and know how much time and how much money you can invest on this new endeavor, maybe you can be taking way too long to give up, or you can give up too fast. Those are two things that are really sensitive when you're building a business, because if you take too long to give up, it means that the things are not working and you are seeing no results, and you are changing one thing here, one thing there, and it's still not working. So maybe it's the time for you to rethink, start it again. Maybe you are not focusing on the right crowds, producing what people like, offering something that actually has buyers around. And this is normal, this happens, but we need to know what's the time to stop. On the other end, you are dedicating just 1 week and you imagine that you should be a billionaire by now, and you are fed up that you're not a billionaire yet, so you're just giving up too early.
Diary. I've been working for 1 hour straight, and I'm still not a millionaire. I just want a job that pays $30,000 per hour, none major.
This is the other part that will also hurt you, because you are putting time, you are putting money on this, but it needs some time to work. You need to give some time to see the results. You need to observe the data that you're receiving. You need to learn with your own mistakes. So it's not the first mistake that should just take you out of the game. But if you don't have a deadline in terms of time and a deadline in terms of money, you will never know if you are giving up too early or too late. So have those two things in your mind. And when this deadline comes, be honest with yourself. Is it working? Should I be keeping doing what I'm doing? Is it too hard, or people are not buying, or people are not being involved on this? Maybe you should change one thing or another. So next week we are here again. Have an amazing creative week. I need to tell you that I have a full masterclass for free. How can you take the leap and become the artist that you want to become? It's not a sales speech. In this masterclass, I will help you with a real training that will give you the step by step. So if you want to check this, go here in this website and you watch a 2-hour class totally for free so you can start to be a full-time artist right now. Thank you so much for keeping making art.